that affects the appraised value of a home.
Okay.
So we have A, House B, same floor plan, same builder. What would separate them from in valuing?
Well, there's some factors that you can affect, and there's some that you can't. So you
Okay.
can't affect where it is, the location. You can't.
So that value's same for both?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you can't affect it. It is what it is. You can't affect condition, quality, or updates, upgrades, landscaping, things like that. You can affect that, but you can't affect the site size, the size of the home. You can change, but usually it's not worth it to try to change.
Doesn't have the value, you're
No,
saying?
it doesn't have the value. It's not dollar for dollar.
Not for dollar.
There's some things that are dollar for dollar, and then there's some things that you can look that up. It's interior paint, carpet, replacing the carpet, flooring, updating the kitchen, or the bathrooms to a certain degree. If you overdo something, it's not going to return you, the value. Your value will diminish as it gets.
Right. How about even like a new roof? Because I know sometimes clients say, well, I just spent $15,000 on a new roof. Why can't I ask $15,000 more for my house? And I try to explain that. For me as a realtor, I look at it more as a maintenance item. That yes, the age of the roof counts in the appraisal or the condition of the roof, but at the same time,
it's gonna provide something, right?
but not necessarily dollar for dollar.
When we do an appraisal, we're looking to see, is there a roof?
Oh, okay.
Is it
there
working?
Is
there
it
a
working
big
as
hole?
it should? Yeah.
Is there leaks? Is it that's what we're.
Okay. Is it functioning as intended?
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of times what these things say.
If we know that it's going to be replaced, it's working, but it's not. So we might be looking for other homes that comparable wise. We might be looking for other homes that have updates, such as a replaced roof.
Okay.
So if they have updates, it's the overall condition of the property.
And you would consider that in the appraisal with the what the updates were. But suppose you don't know what
Let's
happens?
just say there's no updates, but the roof
Yeah.
has been replaced.
Yeah. Okay.
So there's not going to be data that's going to tell me what kind of adjustment I should make for that.
Right.
Okay. It's a roof that works, and it doesn't look like it's falling apart. It looks, it is aged, but the other comparables are most likely going to have the same age roof. Okay. So when we're looking at the data, which is the comparables, we're looking for similarities. Okay. So we try to get them first by the location, then the size of the home, the size of the lot, the amenities of the lot. We try to get those kind of things.
Okay.
First,
When you
right?
say the amenities of the lot, tell me about pools and how an appraiser looks at a house which has a pool and doesn't have a pool. Because sometimes people ask me, well, is it? And a lot of people will say this: isn't it true that you don't get the value back when you build a pool on your house? You're not going to get the same amount back, and so when you buy the house, it's better to buy a house with a pool.
The same as when you buy a car and you drive it off the lot, it depreciates.
Yes, right.
So if you're
Right
gonna put a pool in, you're not putting it in to make money. You're putting it in to use it.
To use it and enjoy it.
And then at the end of the day, when it's time to sell, the comparables that I choose are mostly gonna have pools. But if there's a neighborhood that doesn't have a lot of pools, and I'll have to find at least one that has a pool, and then I'll have to make that adjustment for the comparables that don't, right? So, and it's called match pair analysis. When you compare two cells, it doesn't have to be the subject. It can be, you're looking at the actual data, the comps. Two cells that are same except for the pool, trying to find X. So no house is going to have exactly the same square footage, but they're going to have, maybe they'll be within 100, and that's no adjustment at all. Okay. Maybe they're going to have the same size.
Because that can even be in how it was originally measured, or who measured it, right?
Right.
It can be off of.
It's going to be different. Every appraiser is going to have a different number for gross living area. So, which is square footage. You call it square footage. We call it gross living area.
Okay.
It does not include the garage, or does not include covered patios. It does not include separate buildings outside. Over the garage. Bonus rooms over the garage.
Oh, really?
Not if you can't access it from the interior. So the gross living area.
Oh, that's so interesting. Okay.
Yeah. A lot of times our real estate agents will include that.
Yes, and they try to make it,
And now all of a sudden, well, when we're doing the appraisal, we're gonna compare with the gross living area. We're gonna find other homes with gross living areas, and hopefully they have a garage apartment. But if they don't,
yes,
there'll be an adjustment for that. But as
Yeah.
going back to the pool thing, so
Yeah.
depreciation happens. So if you pay $70,000 for a pool, you're not gonna get $70,000 on appraisal, because
Yeah.
most of the time we're gonna use comps that have pools
and then-
that are, similar. Like if you overdo a pool, you're only gonna get so much back for it. But so you're gonna use that pool. At the end of the day, it will add value, but not dollar for dollar for sure, because we're gonna be doing a match pair, and we'll determine what that pool is adding for value in that neighborhood. And then that will be our adjustment, so.
Mhm.